Everyone, this is the project show reel by the team Coding Bad. Our team has developed a project called Valora. Valora is an experimental economic sandbox where we have multimodal agents like customers, consumers, firms, banks, and regulators. These kind of individual agents shape our economy. We just have a simulated system where we could deploy multiple policies and regulations and experiment our workflows. Let me go through the project. Yeah, this is the first part of the project. Uh, this is a policy analysis engine where we have multimodal agents. These agents work individually and give us valid conclusions on such policies. As you could see, we have five multimodal agents. Each one has a specific use. Let me give a policy. As you could see, I'm running this policy. Here we have a debate thread where the supporter and the opposer have a debate on the policies that we are going to imply, and each model gives us a valid conclusion from their side, and we conclude those outputs into a consolidated output. This gives us the ideology of how this policy might affect our economy in such situations. You also have an option to download this report. Let me give it up to Anjana.
So the next important module in our project Valora is the simulation module. So once we have a policy drafted, it's important to know how the policy would perform in a real economy. So what our module does is it finds the top affected actors or agents that are affected by the certain policy. So as you can see, there are few basic agents which are common to most scenarios or policies. We try to find out who are affected by which policies, and we are, define those agents dynamically. So over here, as you can see, banks, regularity authorities, and exporters generally play. So each of these actors perform as agents who use machine learning to perform their own tasks. So as you can see here, the policy which was drafted, I can use a sample policy and run the simulation, and you can see the different actors who are present in this economy, and they also have a set of parameters on what they get affected on, and you can see the correlation between all of them as well. You can also see charts and dashboards for the trends over time with the parameters on based on which the actors get affected on. And we also have a scenario for producing shock, which is an unprecedented scenario into our economy. For example, the effect of COVID or any other scenario which cannot be accounted for would be called as a shock, and we can also simulate that in our economic sandbox. So over to the blockchain and ledger layer.
So I'll be explaining you about blockchain ledger and business model. To ensure complete transparency, every simulation cycle is recorded as snapshot on an Ethereum-based ledger. So what gets stored here? So hash of full economic status for that cycle, and then hash of all agent decision, hash of policies changes, optional IPFS storage for the snapshot. So this creates a tamper-proof audit-ready simulation history. Anyone can replay the simulation and confirm the result were not modified. We are also tokenized basic economic entities. ERC20 token representing currency, ERC 721 tokens for firm identities, and ERC 1155 for gold loans and contracts. This allows us to model economic flow with precision and traceability. So next is about business model. So Valora can be offered across three verticals: policy stimulation for government and central banks. So they can test tax proposals, interest rate change, and subsidy impacts before deploying them. and risk testing for banks and fintechs. They can stimulate shocks, credit stress, and lending outcome using synthetic agents aligned with customer profiles. And last is education and research platform. Universities, analysts, and students use Valora to study economic behavior interactivity with real ML-driven agents. Thank you.